Well, this Jersey girl is in North Carolina with a senator from Connecticut.
Tri-state representative.
Yeah. So what are we doing?
Why are you and I in North Carolina?
Why are we in North
right?
Carolina?
You and I are in North Carolina because we are not going to let Republicans run. They are hiding. In particular, the congressman from this district is actually the head of the House Republican Campaign Committee. So he's the one, Hudson, that made the recommendation to Republicans to stop doing town halls. So we're in his district. We're holding a town hall with his constituents to tell them what Republicans are trying to do to people's health care, the corruption, talk about the giant tax cuts to the wealthy. We're holding Republicans accountable even if they won't face their constituents.
I love it. I mean, this is what we do. Democrats show up. They don't run away. You go to the places where the people are. Yes. And this is a pretty red area, I would say. I mean, for a Jersey girl, this feels pretty red.
This is a little red for a Connecticut guy as well. But you know what? This isn't really about partisan politics any longer, right? I mean, Medicaid covers Republicans and Democrats. Conservatives and progressives want to make sure the free speech in this country is protected. Nobody supports the level of corruption that's happening in the White House.
Right.
So we have the ability to grow our coalition, to create a coalition that really defies political boundaries. And, you know, that can happen in Connecticut and New Jersey, but it can also happen in North Carolina.
I love it. And this is when people say, I don't see anybody out there in the Democratic Party fighting for me. I don't see them going out there and standing up and speaking out. This is what you're doing. This is what you are doing. Congressman Frost is here. He's doing that too.
And I'll be in Missouri tomorrow. Frost and I will be on the road all spring, all summer. If your Republican congressman is avoiding you, isn't doing town halls, or your Republican senator is hiding, give Max and I a call. We'll come pay their district, their state a visit.
You heard it here, folks. Thank you so much, Senator.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks for everything you do.
Awesome.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.
And the reason I have joy is this. This is still the greatest country in the history of the world. It is. Some people say that we can't talk about American exceptionalism, but no civilization in the history of the world has done what we have done for as long as we have done it, right? We have governed ourselves. Governing ourselves, that is a radical idea in and of itself. No king, no monarch, no dictator. We decide the rules and the norms that we live by. And we have also done it in a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multi-religious nation, a democratic melting pot. Never before in the history of the world has that happened. So of course, every generation or so, that revolutionary experiment is tested. Of course, every now and again, some demagogue comes along and says, you know, it'd just be easier if one person was in charge. It'd just be safer if we all were treated to our tribes, right? So it's not unfamiliar, it's not unexpected. And I feel joy because of all the places in the world, all of the times throughout history, that I could have been dropped on this earth, that you could have been dropped onto this earth. You were dropped here at this moment, when this radical experiment of multicultural self-governance is under attack. This is a moment that you will tell your grandchildren, your children, your great-grandchildren about. When you decided to stand up and save this country from a path of destruction that we have decided is not inevitable, right? Where you are going to be able to save this American experiment. Save it for another 10 years, another 20 years, another 50 years, another 250 years. It is worth fighting for, my friends. It is worth fighting for, my friends.
They create relationships and they break the cycle of violence. And guess what? Because of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, because money, for the first time in our country's history, hundreds of millions of dollars went to communities across this country to focus on people and breaking the cycle of violence. Gun violence over the last 3 years in this country has gone down the most it ever has. Ever. 40% down in Boston. 23% down in Chicago. These are big. Baltimore has the least amount of homicides by gun they've ever had right now. And it's because the laws work, the money works. Giving money to organizations such as yours works at keeping us safe.
Okay, so I am now with Congressman Maxwell Frost from Florida,
Hello.
Jersey mom, Florida rep. What are you doing in North Carolina right now?
We're in North Carolina. I'm on a national tour with Senator Chris Murphy, who I've actually known since I was 15. We've been fighting for gun violence together for a while. And we're on this tour going to districts across the country, and specifically going to districts where the Republican representative refuses to hold a town hall with their own constituents. And so we're filling the void. We're talking with the voters, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, anything. And we're talking to them about what's going on, about this billionaire takeover of our government, all in service of giving billionaires and big corporations a tax cut.
I love it. And what would you say to any Democrat or Independent who says, I don't see any Democrats out there standing up, speaking out, fighting for me? What would you say to them right now?
There's a lot of Democrats standing up speaking out, right? I think Chris Murphy on the road shows that, but we see a bunch of other Democrats too, both in the institution and across the country. And we need the people to step up too. And you have the hands-off rallies across the entire country. Us doing this in the institution, we have to have both folks doing work for us to stop this literal administrative coup of our country. This is what's going on right now. So let's keep fighting together.
And this is not the last stop, you said, right?
No, we got more coming up.
All right, well, stay tuned for those. Thank you so much. I'm really excited
of
to
course.
watch
Good to
you
see
speak.
you.
Thank you. Good to see
Welcome
you
to the
too.
South.
Yeah. This is an adjustment for sure. Well, I'm over here with the chair of the Democratic Party in North Carolina, Anderson Clayton. My God, that event, I was crying at the end. I was hooting, hollering. I was like, had a Southern accent.
Yeah, you did.
First of all, you were born for this. It's just incredible.
Thank you.
That event. What are your thoughts? Like, what are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I think Maxwell
Congrats.
Frost, thank you. I think Representative Maxwell Frost hit the nail on the head and honestly gave the best rallying cry that I've heard from the Democratic Party, and sort of being able to say, you know, we need to represent working people and we need to prioritize the people of this country right now. And I'm so excited about it, and so great to see 1,000 people in rural North Carolina.
I mean, I got as many shots of the crowd as I could. I was just like, oh my God, we're in North Carolina. It could have been New Jersey. It could have been California. It could have been anywhere except there was a certain North Carolina vibe to it. I
little
love
bluegrass vibe to it, right?
I love when Maxwell said that we're not the minority party, we're the opposition party.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
we have to run with that.
Hell yeah.
And that's the energy you bring. That was the energy tonight, all night long.
It's the new energy of the
I
Democratic
love
Party.
it. I'm here for it 100%. Thank you so much. Oh my God, amazing event.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm so glad I was. Okay, thanks. Bye.